Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Beowulf, back here with another video. If you're new to the channel, I'm Beowulf. I do different videos from my SRT vehicles, if it's stuff doing my dogs, adventure lifestyle, or when I bust out my guns to the gun range. I'm wearing my plate carrier today. It's this video. See at the top, it's about the top 5 best zombie movies. Zombies. Yeah. The top 5. And if you haven't seen them, you better check them out at the end of this video. Because I'll tell you, if you're into zombie movies, you're going to like it. Or if you haven't ever seen a lot of zombie movies, you guys are going to like them. So these are my top 5 favorite zombie movies. You guys ready for it? They're scared, they're already hiding. Alright, so let's start talking about top 5. Number 5, last on the list, number 5, Night of the Living Dead, the remake from the 90s. Zombies are slow, and it wasn't until I'm going to get later in the list when the zombies start moving fast. It's odd to say the original is good, but it's black and white, but the remake, my opinion, where it's in color and it's more modern, I think it's a good zombie movie, but at the end, spoilers, it doesn't know if like people survive or not, but it looks like the living is succeeding. The rest of my list of zombie movies, it's pretty much a grim fate if people are gonna survive. So, number 4, what I have to say would be, this is hard for 3rd and 4th, so 3rd and 4th, well 4th would be, I'd have to say the Resident Evil trilogies. They're like zombie movies with a twist. They're not non-stop zombies, but they went from zombies being slow to where the zombies were running mid throughout the trilogy. They're pretty good to the whole Capcom video game stuff. I definitely would say that, but I would have to tell you, when you play the old Resident Evil games, if the zombies were running like the other zombie movies I'm going to talk about, there's no way you could survive in the game. You never could outrun them. You'd be just like shooting and never running, or running, and they catch you and you wouldn't be able to shoot. So, number 3 would have to be, why is somebody calling me right now? Hang on a second. I'm trying to film a video. Alright, so number 3 would be, well, it would be a mixed, well, it'd be only a 2-part movie. It wouldn't be, they never made it a full trilogy. It would be the 28 days later and 28 weeks later. Because that 28 days later was basically the first time zombies ran. I remember seeing it in theaters. And once I realized the zombies could run, and he's running, like the first time he saw a zombie when he woke up, and I don't want to spoil that movie, but I'll tell you the first one, right when he saw the zombies are running, that was a whole nother game plan for the future game plan for all future zombie movies. They start running, not like, you know, number 5 I talked about, the Dawn of the Dead remake, or even old black and white. Zombies are like slow. Well then these other ones, the zombies are running all around. So, and I have to say both are good. Even like 28 days later was like crazy. It was like holy cow. But 28 weeks later, like the beginning of that movie was like holy cow. Because that 28 weeks later was like same time frame first as the first one, and then it was the future. And I'll tell you, that scene at the beginning of the movie was like, holy cow, run for your life. And they're in England, so like they don't have all the guns like we have here, like good old America with their Second Amendment, right? Yeah! So, you watch those movies, I don't even want to get into that whole thing. But like, you look at the zombie movies where people can have the guns, they are surviving. And the one where they don't have the guns, they ain't surviving that good. So, alright, so we'll get at Number 2 would be Zombieland. Well, that was like a comedy, and then it was like the zombies in there ran fast, but not super fast, but they ran, they moved quick. And that is like the most epic for a comedy. Like, it was a scary movie made into a comedy, and it had like Bill Murray, and like, oh, it was just really, really well done movie. I really wish they made a sequel of that, because I'll tell you, they made Zombieland like 2 or 3, and I think they made like a TV series, but it didn't kick off, or it didn't, I'm not really sure. It wasn't the same if it wasn't the original cast, my opinion. They totally could have made it into a sequel, easily. But like in that movie, there wasn't a lot of people left. The government was gone, everybody was like dead. There were only like 5 people alive in the whole movie that you saw. Like, everybody was gone. That movie was crazy. Now we're getting to number 1. This is like my favorite zombie movie. I like watching it whenever I get a chance. And I'll tell you, I remember when it first came out, and I didn't own a gun yet. Back, I think it was like 2003? 2003 the movie came out. I remember I was like, oh, I need a gun in case this happens. So, Dawn of the Dead, wait, hang on. This is not the first Dawn of the Dead. Let me rephrase it. It'd be Dawn of the Dead, the remake, 2003. I know sometimes these remakes are a little bit better. They're held up in a mall, and there's just tons and tons of zombies. And the original Dawn of the Dead was good, but the zombies are slow. It had a good storyline, but it was like, it made it seem like everybody's happy ever after at the end of the movie. And that's what I didn't like about that. But Dawn of the Dead, they're super fast. They're being surrounded. They're running out of food, ammo. Nobody's left except for the people that are in the mall. And that movie was like a whole other level. I remember seeing that, and it was a Zack Snyder movie. Now, a lot of people don't like his movies, how he does it. I'd have to say out of all his movies that he's done, it was different, and it was not like, I want to say, a horror movie, but it made zombies go like, it was kind of showing the whole worldwide thing. And that's the hard thing with some zombie movies, is they're showing like a local area or a bigger picture of the whole world. It's kind of like in between, but I have to say that movie was pretty cool, pretty epic for a zombie movie. Now, the big question is if any of those movies, could you survive living in them? Now, I have to say, the only one you could survive, possibly, my opinion would be the Dawn of the Dead remake, because there were, it's by people with their guns surviving. Now, some of these other ones, the zombies were just so fast, there was really no way of surviving, outrunning them. And you gotta think of it like when you watch, you have to watch, if you've seen it, watch the remake of Dawn of the Dead. And when they wait, I don't want to spoil it, but I want to talk about it. So like, hey, either, watch the movie and then come back and watch, but I'm going to start spoiling stuff. So beginning of Dawn of the Dead, they wake up and there's a zombie inside their house. And when they come outside, it's like, holy cow, craziness. It was filmed supposed to be in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which is probably about like 45 minutes away from where I live. They actually didn't film it all in Milwaukee. I think it was in Canada. I think the mall was, from my research, the mall was in Canada, and they tore it down a couple months after filming the movie. So you can't come see that spot. But I live in the suburbs right now, and I couldn't even imagine, like, you come outside, you watch that movie, and there's ambulances running, zombies running here, people trying to survive, nobody knows what's going on. And it's just like, holy cow. And you gotta think of like something like that really happened, you would have to think so fast. You'd have to just grab stuff and just go. But then go where? But like, you can't just sit around and wait, because if the more zombies come, the harder you're gonna go away. Now if they were slower, you could get around them pretty quick, unless they're big hordes of them. But like, when they're running, like, it'd be funny, like, here, let's talk about like Walking Dead. I think that's a good TV series. But now if those zombies were running, like these 4 other movies I talked about, there wouldn't be any more seasons. There would be like season 1 of Walking Dead and it'd be over. People wouldn't even survive them running like that, and like, people would just be gone. And it's like, it's crazy. It's like, like if it ever really happened, which who knows, Never say never, but I'll tell you, I really hope the zombies don't happen where they're running. Cause I'm telling you, I'd be like, holy cow, what'd I do? I would have to debate, would I take my Jeep SRT or would I take my Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat? I don't know, I think if I bust out the Hellcat, those zombies would be like, oh, watch out, man, guys, the Hellcat is gonna eat us. Or they might be just come running like, they get some dinner bell like, So, what do you guys think? I want to see you guys comment at the bottom. What do you guys think? If these, out of these 5 movies, are they your top 5? I want to hear some people's other top 5. As I've been kind of, before I did the video, I kind of had to think about it because I was like, you know, I think the order is good. There's other good zombie movies. One I recently saw was a remake was Day of the Dead. Now I have to say the original one is better on that part. The remake of Day of the Dead, it didn't even make it in the theaters. It went straight to like, I don't even think it went to DVD. It went on to like some of these things where you could rent movies, but it wasn't physically, you could even go there and buy it. It was good. I mean, it was enjoyable to watch. It's gruesome. It was like good, but it wouldn't be like good like buy it or you'd watch. I've seen it once. I wouldn't really want to see it again. It's hard with the older zombie movies where they're from like the 70s, 80s, 90s. Things are different, and most people be, you know, like they did good with the technology had now. Now it's like the only way you can make a zombie movie is the zombies have to be running. And it's crazy because the Day of the Dead, the zombies ran in that. And I don't think Day of the Dead original did it. So like it's getting to the point is these zombie movies, the only way for them to work now is them to be running, because like when you realistically see it, when you watch the first movie, I talked about the remake of Night of the Living Dead, the comment at the end of the movie, she's like, or mid part of the movie, she's like, we can leave the house. They're so slow, we could get past them, and all of them were afraid of running. But they were so slow, if they started moving, they could have gotten to the group and everybody probably would have survived. So it just shows like, sometimes you don't want to held up in one place unless it's like Fort Knox or like a military fort. But if you look at it in the movie Dawn of the Living Dead, they were at a military fort where they weren't, but that's where he was trying to find his brother. But you could see when they were showing clips on the TV that people were infected that came there, and that whole fort was gone. It's just, it's crazy in that movie, and it had been like, Dawn of the Dead is probably just the craziest, because the whole time it's like, holy cow, hold on to your seat moments, and the zombies are like crazy. I wish I could show clips, but because my viewers are younger and they're not all over 18 years old, you know, talk to your parents first before seeing any of these movies, because if you're a little one, like here, you know, at height, younger kid, I can guarantee you half these movies I just showed, they're going to give you nightmares. You'll be scared out of your mind. So don't watch them unless your mom, dad, grandma and grandpa, or your uncle, aunt say yes. Don't ask your brother or sister, because they probably just want to see you get scared. So make sure you talk to them before watching any of these movies, because some of these movies are PG-13 and rated R. And I'll tell you, Dawn of the Dead, really watch that. Think about it before watching, because it is like, it's scary. You'll be scared. So, make sure you guys comment, subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. This is kind of different video than normal. That's why I wanted to do the video talking about movies. I'm a big movie nut. If you haven't seen past videos on my basement, I got a bunch of signed movie posters. I'm big into movies. I like all kinds of movies, and I like seeing new movies. Like I just saw Black Panther, and I have to say, #1 for a new Marvel movie, because it's kind of like changed the A game when there's 10 years of movies and they really like put it a whole nother level. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, share to your friends, and you remember what my name is. I am Beowulf! What do you think, Leo? Leo? He's been sitting there the whole video, so. Alright, see you guys in the next video. Later!